All right, so in today's video, I'm going to give you 5 ways that you can enjoy life without alcohol. But before I get into the topics behind me on the board, I want to talk about like my life and maybe where you're at inside of your life, trying to live and figure out what it's like to fit in societies today when like you're judged for not drinking. Like think about this for a second. You're literally judged for not putting poison inside of your body. Like if I were to go to you and be like, "Hey, I don't drink water," you're like, "Oh, okay, no big deal." But since I go to you and I'm like, "I don't drink alcohol," they're like, "What the fuck? What's wrong with you?" Like think about that in this place we go. So I want you to understand. I've been where you're at for 9 years. As the time I'm making this video, people used to judge me for not drinking, but the truth is, I don't give a fuck. So if you actually want the number one thing that's not even on my board for you to actually enjoy your life, you have to stop worrying about what people think because you've been drinking for such a long time. At least I was drinking for such a long time that I didn't even know who I was without the alcohol. And the whole purpose of what I teach at I'm a Comeback is help people figure out the why to the what they're going through to get down to the bottom of it and to create a life of substance and love and just happiness and all this shit. And I say that with shit because I'm going to make it laugh here. I don't think, although this is a very tough topic, I don't think it has to be dealt with in a negative light. I think that you drinking or me drinking is a gift for us to turn around and turn our struggle into our strength. See, our wounds become our weapons to the marketplace for our families because we can change lineages if we actually go and do something with what it is we've been granted. And what we've been granted is the opportunity to come back from anything, specifically alcohol. So number one, I know where you're sitting. I know where you're thinking. If you're actually watching this video and typing it, you're probably worried about what someone else thinks. But the reality is you should be worried about what you think. But the first thing I want you to do is to create a world class disciplined routine. So what does that mean? Think about this, for instance. It's not that you don't have discipline or you've never had discipline. You were just disciplined the wrong way. How many times have you driven down the road and your car automatically, without your hands on the wheel, unless you have a self-driving car, just veered right into the liquor store or veered right into the gas station or pulled into the bar? It never did that. Like you had to have the one that had the discipline behind the driver's seat of that car, behind the driver's seat of your brain to actually create the path and the routine for you to get there. And the reason you were doing that was because things inside of your life, you're probably going there for a fun time, right? At least for me. Not all the times. Sometimes I wanted to drink just because I wanted to fucking drink. Sometimes I wanted to drink just because I was angry. Sometimes I wanted to drink because the sun was out. But the reality was I was drinking for a reason. I was creating a routine, that a habit that worked so well for me that eventually started kicking my own ass. So I want you to flip the script on this thing here. You want to enjoy your life. Start looking at places in your life where you need to have a world-class discipline and routine. Some of the tips and the things that I do, I'll give you here in a minute. But really, it started with my morning. To have an enjoyable life, an enjoyable day, you can start manifesting and manufacturing wins before you even are winning. What I mean by that is too many people try to solve an alcohol problem by counting minutes, moments, right? Time. I don't give a fuck about time. I want to have an enjoyable life. If I'm going to have an enjoyable life, I need to set my life up to win. I need routines every day that serve me like they serve you. So for me, my morning routine, it's not that it's a non-negotiable because there's certain times I have to do it, but it's going to set my day up for success every day. I can share with you what works for me. My day starts at 4 a.m., goes to about 9 p.m. every day, maybe goes to 10, 11, depending on if I have some stuff I need to do. But that 4 to 7 a.m. window for me, that's where I'm able to get my life and the enjoyment out of it. You might be like, what are you talking about, Mark? Like, fuck, I don't want to do this. Well, I get it. There's other ways for you to solve the problem, which is to go sit in a church basement and hide from it. Or you could look at your routine and be like, I want an enjoyable life. When I'm disciplined, I'm actually going to save some more money. I'm going to be happier. I'm going to be healthier. I'm going to have more energy and I can do more with my life because that's what this is about. Discipline creates freedom. I'm not telling you to be me, but I'm telling you to be you. So look at your world-class discipline routine, get out a pen and paper, start listing that thing off. The second thing you need to do is get in peak physical shape. Period. If you want to have a true transformation and enjoyable life, you're going to be able to enjoy your life by being healthy in all areas of your life. Peak physical transformation or peak physical shape doesn't necessarily mean you got to get jacked, but it also means that you have to have your mind like weaponized and clear. Being able to be in a place where you can feel good about the way you look and you could act good about the way you feel, right? These things are reciprocated back and forth. So, getting in peak physical shape allows you to have that discipline routine. They work hand in hand. If you want to make I don't know any transformation or any comebacks that people have actually not gotten some sort of physical change some sort of physical transformation. Getting in alignment with the disciplined routine and being physically fit allows you to get into the third most important thing, or not most important thing, but the third thing, which is finding hobbies that you actually love, right? Finding hobbies that you actually love. So in my life, when I quit drinking, it was like everything was new. Uh, the things that I did, the disciplined routine of going to the bar every night, that was over. So I needed to go to the gym to get physically fit. And then I was going to the gym and I'm like, you know what? There's some stuff that I actually remember that I like to do. And although I'm a little bit older and my life isn't what it was, I went back into boxing, went back into skiing a little bit of time. I rode some dirt bikes, but I went back into the hobbies. Like this weekend, I actually went wakeboarding. So I want you to actually look at the hobbies that were serving you before and ask yourself, why did I do the things that I used to do that I used to love? And why did I stop doing them? Why did I trade what used to light me up inside? Like, why did I trade the long nights on the summer out by the boat, by the water for a fucking drunk with a bunch of scumbags in a bar? Or why did I trade the stress inside of my mind every day for the things I used to love doing? Like, I don't know, maybe it's gardening. Maybe it's beekeeping. I don't know what makes you tick, but you've got to be able to get in alignment with the discipline every day so you can create this space. I'm going to go back to this word. Enjoy life without drinking. Most of my hobbies that I actually used to do, I drank. And then I recognized, I'm like, why am I doing the things I'm doing? I'm just going to focus on drinking because I'm now becoming a danger, because most of my hobbies were actually physical, like extreme sports. So the fourth thing I need you to do, or that I want you to do, is only hang out with winners. My bad. What are you talking about? Like, why would I only hang out with winners? I have some good friends. Those friends are the ones that are going to try to bring you back into the life that you don't want. If your fucking life is so good, why aren't you still sitting? Why would you actually be on this video? Why would you actually be hunting the internet down, looking for different ways to change your life to enjoy alcohol? No, the people you're surrounding yourself with are fucking losers. Doesn't mean they're bad people. They're just making loser choices. I know that's harsh, but I had to do the same thing. 9 years I've been running and building my life every day. And I briefly acknowledge some of the people that I still care about, but the reality is they're not going the same place as me. I put my life in a place of enjoyment because I wanted to be around people who are doing things, hobbies, being in shape, having discipline. We're living a life that I wanted to live. But if you surround yourself with shit, what happens? You get shitty. So the fourth one is extremely important. Your life is going to be more enjoyable with new friends. And think about this. How many relationships do you have that if you don't drink, they're actually going to call you? I know for me, slowly over time, the only people that actually called me were the people that wanted me to go out and drink with them, or they wanted me to go use cocaine with them, or they wanted me to go out and get fucked up because they were feeling bad about themselves. Then eventually that stopped. And the fifth thing that you could do to have a life that is enjoyable without drinking is the most important one. Have absolute clear alignment on the vision, the way you want your life to live. This could be a whole nother, and will be a whole nother topic on how to take control of your life back from alcohol, and on how to live a life of clarity and love and power. But this one right here, having a clear goal and vision for what your life looks like, comes down to this question of, what do I want? Who do I have to become to get it? You have more fucking power inside you than you know. When's the last time you wrote your goals down? Do you even remember what your goals are? So for me, the first thing I had to do was create the morning routine. And this thing is self-reciprocating, right? It's self-fulfilling. My goals and having the vision would be worked inside of my discipline routine. My discipline routine would allow me to get into peak shape. I'd get up and go to the gym every day. Then I would do shit that I love, and then I would only hang out with people that were winning inside of their life. See, when I look at the word enjoyable, it doesn't mean that I'm going to take the time off. It doesn't mean that you get to just take the time off. It doesn't mean that you get to not go to barbecues. It doesn't mean you get to not go to concert. Those are great things. I still go to concerts with my wife and my son, and I listen to the music. Yeah, I get a little tired because I'm old and I don't actually like to be out that late, but I'm still enjoying it because I'm enjoying the time with the people that are winners. And sometimes when I go to concerts or bars or venues or whatever, the people that I'm around who are actually still having a drink, they're still winners. When I talk about the people not being winners and creating a new network, which will be another video as well, it's about allowing yourself to be around people who will push you to be yourself. And inside of your version of you, if you want to have a clear goal and vision for your life, I guarantee the people you keep, the company you keep, is going to be people that want to see you succeed like I want to see you succeed. And on this video, since I'm talking about, I want to remind you that there's a program, that a company that I own, if you will, a movement that I run, that I am the first case study, known as I Am a Comeback. We've helped 12,000 men And we have tips like this, but we have a coaching program. It's not for everybody. If it's for you, you should maybe check that out because I can help you have a life not just without drinking, but a life of power, control, certainty, connection beyond something you've ever thought possible. So again, I'm going to repeat these 5 things for you. Number 1, if you want your life to be enjoyable, make a decision to make it enjoyable. Understand it's going to require a little bit of work, but it's not something you should shy away from. That there's a version inside of you, there's a beast mode primal man or woman that's looking to be fucking great. And this struggle that you're going through can be your greatest strength. And I'm not just here telling you this. For 9 years, I've been doing this, helping men, helping women. The traditional styles of recovery out there don't work the way that they used to work. Information is different. Time is different. Speed is different. Community is different. Connection is different. So you need to create a disciplined routine that works for you. You need to get yourself physically fit. You need to find some hobbies or remember the hobbies you did that you love. You need to surround yourself with winners every single day. You need to have a clear vision on your life.